We've got Allan Watson, who is our keynote speaker for this topic. He's a customer success manager at Cannes.
First slide. So what is programmatic advertising? So programmatic advertising is a form of digital advertising that uses automated technology, so machine learning. So when a programmatic advertising campaign is set up, an objective will be added to the campaign. And then the machine, the platform will basically use that objective to identify and inform when an ad is seen and who sees the ad, and then where it is, where it's seen. So benefits of programmatic. So the big one is reach. So ONS data, and I think this was from about a year ago maybe, indicates that 92% of over 18s in the UK are digitally active, so incredibly high. I suspect that figure is probably higher now, probably nudging 95%. So all platforms offer a range of targeting options. So geo is one of the big ones. So from 1 km radius of a pin drop right through to the whole of the country. And you can target on the basis of postcode sectors. That's the first part of the postcode and then the first character of the suffix. So really granular. So demographics, so age and gender targeting, also interest targeting. So Meta has, I think, about 1,200 different interest targets, segments, sorry, and Google has about 2,500, I believe. And then in addition to that, there's behaviours targeting. So people that use are more likely to use online services, interested in sustainability, etc. And then additionally, there's values targeting as well. Also on Meta and also the Google ad network, there is targeting by language. So Google network will cover web display advertising, also Google search and also YouTube as well. So because of the targeting potential for programmatic advertising, it means that wastage is really limited. So when a campaign is set up, put in the targeting, and that will mean that only the people that meet the targeting criteria will see the advert. So it means you can get messages out to really granular audiences, and people that don't need to see the ads won't see the ads. Also, it means that you can run for larger campaigns, you can produce different audience profiles, which will then mean that you can use different messages to target different audiences. Another really big positive is measurement. So all of the platforms provide a wide range of data. So in terms of who's clicking on the ads, who's seeing the ads, where they're located, which ads, so which creative they're clicking on, engagement, information, interaction, etc. That's all really useful. And I think in terms of the key communication channels, I think the metrics and measurement side of programmatic is unbeatable, because there's this wealth of data coming back from the platforms, and changes can be made to campaigns while they're live. It means that optimization is a really good tactic while campaigns are live. So within each platform, the ads will optimize themselves. So if you're running a campaign on Meta, for example, budget will be shifted between Meta and Instagram according to click-through rates, etc. So Surrey Adult Learning. So I've worked with Surrey since 2022 on their enrolment campaigns and also standalone projects as well. So Google search is a really big channel for them, and we have always on Google, so it just runs throughout the year, and we split the total curriculum into curriculum themes, and then run a Google search ad for each curriculum theme, and then also run a Google search ad for general adult learning. So the way that Google search works is when you type in a term, when the ad is set up, a list of keywords and phrases will be added to the system, and then once a person who is within the geographic area searches for one of those terms, the ad should appear. So like I said, it's a really good way to reach people that are actively in the market and yeah, looking for opportunities, etc. Web display and meta are also valuable tools, and I use those very regularly with Surrey. So it's a good way to announce that enrolment windows are open, etc., and also a good way to reach new audiences and for prospecting for standalone projects. Also, if there are course themes that are not performing as well as the others, then it's quite a good way to reactively target people to encourage last minute sign-ups. So we have always on retargeting as well to encourage people back onto the website. To just encourage them to register if they haven't already, or register for more courses. So the latest data I have is for the 23-24 academic year, which saw an 8.8% increase in enrolments. And the cost per website was around 50 pence. So both are really, really good figures. Work Hounslow. So we're now moving into employability related campaigns. So Hounslow Council got in contact with us because they needed help to increase numbers for UK Shared Prosperity Fund projects, which finished in March. So basically to help with encouraging people to register for job coaching. So a kind of really holistic service focusing on helping people put CVs together, find voluntary opportunities, training courses, interview prep. So we ran ads. Again, this was a Google search campaign, and there were 3 strategies that were running. So one was focused on low-income postcodes. A second was focused on over 50s, and then there was a third strategy focusing on people with disabilities and long-term medical conditions who were looking for jobs. So the campaign performed really well with a really good click-through rate and achieved 341 responses, which led to 90 registrations with the service. And the cost per response was £5. So really good, cost per response. So for this campaign, we put together a CAN landing page. When we work with clients where it's a conversion-based objective, we encourage them to use a CAN form and also a CAN landing page. Because we work with lots of clients on developing them, and we always get really good results. So this is a screenshot of the one for Hounslow. Ideally keep them as simple as possible with just 3 or 4 questions at the very most.